So is Rilinid trying to hide in the mushroom fields, or is he just walking around?
No, he's
Pretending
not.
he's a mushroom.
He's not being stealthy about this. He's like, he thinks about it, but then he's like, what am I get? What the hell? What kind of image is that going to create of him like skulking around mushroom fields? I am one of the I am one of the damn lords, and with his perception, he's thinking if anyone sneaks up on him, except for like Ivy, he figures he'd spot. Besides, he's not trying to like threaten to like cannibalize or make that. He's just trying to make sure that these people are able to bury their dead as he promised they would be able to if someone plunged a dagger into Lord Gurney's chest. And he wants to make that go smoothly for them because these sort of rituals that these folks might have might be the only things they have left.
Yeah, and it seems indeed to be a lot of solemn burials happening around the mushroom fields as he walks around.
Obviously, given like auras of things, there's not a whole lot that he can offer. Just sort of like keep selling the line that Lord Gurney, the dwarves, their corruption, he will make sure that he does everything in his power to ensure that no future tragedy like this occurs ever. That is a solemn promise based on his personal code.
All right.
That's right. He solemnly swears. That is totally truthful. He does not want these peaceful craftsmen to suffer, thus denying everyone the opportunity to have their incredible marble. Absolutely.
Of course. Right. Vote House Vytharia for...
That's right,
for your benevolent overlords.
Not so much of a speaker, but a politician, perhaps, all the same.
Yes. Schemer.
Blame that on his idiosyncratic life being ostracized for the past century.
As he walks around here, a drow guard will, rush, come rushing over the fields basically towards him. And when he approaches, he will basically call out to Rilinid and tell him that the Lady Alauneari wishes him to join her at the Hall of Lords as soon as possible.
Rilinid will nod, realizing that this is perfectly like her, the pompous bitch, and will thank the soldier with a dismissive gesture, saying that he has done his task and may continue with his business, and perhaps with a bit of celebration for they have succeeded.
All right, the soldier slinks away.
And with that, Rilinid will take his damn sweet-ass time walking across that. He's sure that there's going to be some, oh, Rilinid, can you consult these records? What do you think about doing this? And Rilinid is fully convinced that after a century, it's going to be nothing of importance. It's going to waste his time.
Been summoned like this for forever anyway.
That's right. And now that, there's like this taste of success, she's letting it all go to her head, and now soldiers can do the beckoning and calling instead of one of the siblings. We didn't come out from the fields. We must talk.
Yeah.
With urgency, hurry, no. Dude. Just like a casual stroll. Stone mask,
Stopping to smell the flowers.
Flowers, yes.
Whatever poisonous hideousness is down here.
All right. He'll eventually make his way back up.
All right. You, the rest of the party, with Sergeant Tarlin, you approach the Gallery of the Gods, where Skethik and Azrak are hard at work, turning it into what seems to be the beginning of a quite formidable spider nest.
Yeah. I will step forward, expecting to be seen.
There's a bit of skittering and clacking of mandibles, as it is usually, and then Skethik will move down the webs to eye level of Alauneari. Ah, matron! It scrapes before her.
She looks at Skethik. Yes, it seems that our fighting is not yet done. Someone has moved against us. Someone of my kind.
Fools, no doubt, my lady.
Yes, and I would have them wear upon the punishment of traitors. She beckons for Skethic to come down. For that, I will of course need you.
At your service. What do you wish us to do?
They have made an attempt at our lives, and so we wish to keep you near. We do not know when they will come back, but they will. And when they do, we wish you to be ready to execute them on the spot.
Very well, matron. We will guard you.
Good.
He seems to hiss something at Azrak, who stops what he's doing and moves down.
She will look to Talin and say, "Now, send patrols. Find this man. Just prove your worth, Sergeant. This is your chance."
He salutes. Very well, my lady, as you command. Thy will be done. And he turns and quickly runs off down the streets.
Just to Zyn in particular, and says, "Now we'll see if where his loyalties lie. If he fails at this, then he's not much use to us anymore, is he?"
He is not. But I am certain he is not who he says he is. Well, to be fair, he hasn't really told anyone who he is, in fact.
And we will find out in time, I'm sure.
But then again,
Well,
an honest liar is much better than someone who pretends to be honest, at least.
Trust no one.
Yes.
She nods for Skethic Azrak to follow her as she will return into the Hall of Lords.
All right. We can move to that.
She'll look at the corpses, show them. This seems to be the handiwork of our assassin.
The spiders look at the corpses, pick at them. Ah, yes. Swift, deadly, precise.
The person left did, however, leave behind a piece of cloth that can be used to identify them. We do think we know the culprit. Now it's just a matter of finding him.
Of course, my lady. Looks around. These corpses, do you have use for them? He picks at them.
For now. However, when the traitor's found, you will taste sweet meat.
The Skethic hisses something at Azrak and seems to, clack back in the weird language they have.
Yeah.
And then they will move aside to, stand guard.
Shall look into the.
Oh, Zyn's just put out a suggestion to everyone. I don't know if he actually wants to vocalize it.
No, not yet. But assuming that Trislan's demon dog actually has the same capabilities of animals that are similar to him, he would suggest that maybe he and his sensible nose can find out more about who the owner of the cloth is.
Where is Trislan?
Probably in the candy store. And cheers.
Locked. Pretty sure we locked that behind us. Wouldn't want anyone to go steal.
She probably found a way in.
She sleight of handed the key.
Oh.
Humming the Mission Impossible theme the entire time.
That would not go over well with Alauneari. That's for certain.
Hi.
Yeah, then we'll approach Tristan and ask, your thing, does it smell as well as I think it might?
Tristan looks at Zakari and says, do you smell well? Jonas, this is your cue.
Oh, well, it's your. I honestly don't know if you have that ability on it because I don't know much about your Eidolon. It shrugs like.
What evolution do you have on it?
Seems to consider it thinks it
Did you give
seems
it
to think
I
that it
gave-
smells quite nice for being an
demonic kind?
demonic hellhound.
I asked if it smelled well, not if it smelled good.
It's a
That can be swapped around.
lost in translation.
It's got bite limbs, pounce, and gore.
No.
It doesn't have. It's
Doesn't
not a
have
scent ability then.
Well, Tristan looked, well, he does smell good, but for what you meant, no. Not yet, at least.
Frowns.
But at least we have a good smelling.
I suppose
don't
we
know.
can't acquire an animal that can, easily at least.
Too bad we don't have a lizard.
I don't think pack lizards are known for their tracking capabilities.
There we'll look at Skithic. Do the Skisral use smell to find prey?
I am afraid not, matron. We use vibrations. Tapping the ground.
Tap.
Spin the threads, and anything touching it will alert the sensitive hunter. Oh yes, that is how we hunt.
Tap dance.
Yes.
Oh, there is one nods to Skithic. So looks in. It is beautiful, isn't it? The house. This, and then with your art in the background.
Thank you, matron.
The original artwork in here is not very pretty. Tell me, Skethic, do you think it would be possible to weave with your silk thread?
The spider seems to consider for a second, and says, "Perhaps, matron, but our webs are for catching prey. We are hunters born to this very task. The artisans of the Skisral people are known for their silk weaving."
Sounds. Perhaps sometime then we should acquire a few of those.
Spider seems to shift in place. It's hard to tell, but you almost get the feeling that it might actually be a little uncomfortable mentioning this.
Yeah, you're not used to judging spider emotions.
Nope.
Is anyone?
Okay.
Probably.
You have done. You
No.
have been so bright examples of your kind. I hope others are as sensible and as useful.
Most of our kind are more cautious, matron. They do not have the same ambition as we did. She motions to Azrak. That is why we were cast out. We hunted prey that was forbidden.
No, ambition, however, should never be shunned. Ambition is what drives everything.
Out of
And look
character.
at you now, having a nest so beautiful and having such a feast.
Out of character, what would that be? Other spiders?
You can ask.
What Tristan's gonna ask?
We hunted rocks. They were easy.
I got it! It's not running away! It's like, God damn, it's a rock, another rock! We can't live of this! But I caught it.
Maybe you should just leave.
Oh! Oh! Well, what does he ask?
What is forbidden to eat?
The Skisral have a difficult, I think the wording was, relationship with some of the denizens of the fungal jungle. And some of our huntings seemingly antagonized them. But the meat was so exotic.
So what did you hunt?
They call themselves the Xan.
Oh, goody.
I bet she has no idea what the... Is there a check?
What then? No.
Zyn could make a knowledge dungeoneering or nature check.
I got knowledge dungeoneering.
What checks did you say we can make?
Dungeoneering or nature?
Is it either, or can I make both?
Oh,
One of them.
So, I mean, combining our efforts together is 18?
Well, you have heard about a group of beings called the Xan living in the fungal jungle. They are a collection of mycoloids, mushroom men.
Why would spiders want to eat mushrooms? Sounds horrible.
why does
They're
human eat
vegetarians.
mushrooms?
Yeah, vegetarian spiders. That's the
They said that it tasted exotic.
I see.
it's new and interesting. I think is the
So vegetarians are the normal... Wait, no. What?
or the
What am
outsiders.
I talking about? Yes.
Exiles.
Well, Tristan looks a little confused. What's so bad about eating mushrooms?
Precisely our thought.
Okay. I know how you feel.
We're sisters in this. Mushroom sisters.
Does she want to do the pinky thing?
Nope.
Aw.
Doesn't have one. It has like 8 legs instead.
Well, she does it with a leg, and I'll do it with my pinky.
She has 8 pinkies.
So, now what?
There's a frowns. Our brother is sure taking his time, or something is keeping him, or that soldier is incompetent.
Oh, our brother is incompetent.
Oops. I would not go so far.
Tristan just gives an innocent smile. Because she's very bored. Is there anything we can do?
Supposedly. However, with time, the traitor will be caught, and that should give us plenty to do.
Right.
The spider seems to keep picking at the drowned corpses.
Only real notice is and say, let us go outside. From there we might be able to see our brother better. She'll go out. She'll sort of be, We'll go to the bridge, perhaps.
So we all going outside?
Sure.
Yes, of course.
Oh.
But I want to go back to the candy store.
Yeah, I want to go to the candy store.
It's not healthy. It is worth a lot of money.
Not that much, actually.
Also, we kind of bashed this person living here previously for eating all that candy. So, us taking up that is not really.
You've even officially officially condemned him for it.
Yeah.
Trish doesn't care about that.
It'll be like a smuggle trade.
It would not be beyond dark elves to incorrectly inform others of their true intentions.
No, of course not.
Well, the thing is, Tristan doesn't care about getting more candy. She just wants the candy that they have.
It's like, he ate all the candy he bought, and then it's the same next scene. You're sitting there stuffing his face with candy. He's like, what? I'm a dark elf, whatever.
Never seen a hypocrite.
I doubt there's... She didn't say anything bad about the candy.
Excellent.
Well, Alauneari will go to the bridge. Probably not many people walking back and forth here.
Yes. Well, you can after a while probably see a Rilinid.
You know, he's stalking like some sort of like, I don't know, like an Underdark equivalent of like a panther or a jaguar. You know, just have like, you know, even though like the mask just sort of like covers his face, you know, just walking smooth and confident with like a rolling gait. He is doing well, though, you know, he's not slowing down, but I mean, he could run, but that would create alarm, right? Gotta keep it smooth, nothing's wrong. This is paradise. And in the back of his head, he, you know, sees the gathering. Fuck. Why?
Frowns. As she gets within sort of hearing distance, she said, what we expected has happened indeed.
Inwardly, Rilinid goes, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Outwardly, Rilinid says, "Yes."
We wish to make sure that you had not been targeted as well, although they did seem to go after the most important members of the family first.
Rilinid chuckles. "That's odd, Alauneari. Why, I would have expected you to have fallen already if such had occurred."
We were alerted. It seemed they wanted to do it stealthily. They did kill our guards.
Oh, perish the thought, because those riffraff truly would have saved you from a determined assassin. Are you sure
No,
this wasn't
they
just
would
the
alert
action
us.
of some deep-gnome resistance fighter?
She bulb gestures to Zyn.
Do you truly believe that we do not have to fear assassins in our own ranks?
No, I fear assassins everywhere. What I'm saying is, could be anything.
Well,
We
found
did find the part of a drowish sergeant cape clutched as ripped off of an attacker in one of the hands of the newly dead soldiers.
Well, that is
We have
obviously
identified-
conclusive.
We have identified whom this might belong to, and he seems to have been missing in the period of time where the attack happened.
Rilinid looks to his left, looks to his right. Well, since I am so unimportant, sister, why was there a need to summon me? It's not as if an assassin's going to be coming after me.
I would not go so far. We may be alerted, but if you are not, then that might happen. I would like us to stay together until this matter is dealt with. Is there anything in particular you have been doing? I was under the assumption that you were simply walking around.
Then that would demonstrate that you are incapable of listening to me, as I'm sure your head was full of fancy, Alauneari.
He doesn't answer him.
Rilinid offers a shrug. Of course, if you don't hold my counsel to be so important as to actually listen whenever I'm saying where I'm going, then really, why am I here?
She smiles at this. She knows the answer. And he knows that she knows it. She does not need to say it.
Good thing there's a monotone stone mask.
She gives him a warm smile, thinking, that he's simply playing his part.
Rilinid will offer
Perception.
I guess like a bland sigh, just like a wisp of air coming out of the stone mask.
All right, Rilinid, then show how worthy you are. Find this assassin for us.
Yes, because I am perfectly confident that this assassin totally doesn't know who we are and isn't looking out for us at every turn.
No, it's exactly. And we have sent the guards to try to find him. We do not actually think that they will succeed. But it is the least that can be done.
Well, perhaps
How
you could
exactly
apply
to deal
your...
with this is actually rather much of a problem.
Perhaps you could apply your considerable intellect and skill to the task instead of fantasizing about your throne within the former establishment of Lord Gurney.
She looks at Rilinid as matters of importance.
Yes, I am quite sure.
Doesn't expect him to understand. He wouldn't. Which is good, of course. He doesn't have ambition in him. Go to the city. Now at least we know that none of us have been hurt by this perpetrator. We also have, at least I have, my guards with me. It seems that we're all alerted and that our guards are looking for who did this. Do any of you have any additional steps you would like to take in order to get this matter solved?
Yes, actually. I would like to find someone who does not seem to be related to the sergeant and all to follow him and report back to us. Perhaps one of these soldiers who seems to be doing something that could be considered not very important.
Well, there he looks to Rilinid, I believe. Have you found our little friend?
Or perhaps her, yes.
I spoke with Ivy, yes. She is about as well as can be expected given the circumstances. She's off on her own, prowling about Vastervolt. I know not where she is.
Would you consider her trustworthy?
Rilinid cocked his head. Well, she did help us blow up all of their armaments within the armory, and she did turn against her own kin here, and she's agreed to help us going forward.
So that's a yes.
I would say more trustworthy than most I know.
And smiled slightly. I see. Would you be willing to ask her if she was able to follow the sergeant and perhaps find out if he is indeed what I think he is?
It tilts his head. Could you
It should not be dangerous.
Were you not capable of doing the same, or did you stick out too much, Zyn?
Well, both, I'm afraid.
I see. Well, if I could find her, but she is so clever that she can even evade my eyes. Why, I might be able to get in touch with her at some point, but so could any of you, after all. Are we not equal lords here?
Alauneari frowns.
The stone mask reveals nothing.
Does I believe that to be a false statement, exactly. I don't think that needs any clarification. It also seems that you have made a special connection with the girl, and you are good with words in that way.
Well, that tweet quick says, I'm good with connecting with other races beyond my own. I am sure that is a most useful skill that will be employed throughout the centuries.
Yes, it is.
Rilinid wishes that the stone mask could convey sarcasm. But it can't.
She smiles as we all have our parts, and you play yours admirably. It pleases me to see you serve so well, brother.
Oh gosh, so many writing.
She then looks at the others. Yes, if any of us encounter Ivy, I believe, then making such a request as to follow the sergeant and observe his doings would be wise. She would seem like the perfect character for the task.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any additional steps?
Well, certainly not, as you are the most important member of this family, having the Skisral guard and tend to your every whim while you are enshrined within the hall of the Lord, although you did mention that apparently this assassin or groups of assassins snuck into that palace, killed those guards, and escaped without your notice at all. So it might happen again.
Notice them, which is why they escaped. Except then wasn't even there, so he wouldn't say that.
She says, yes. Yes, they would most likely come for me again. And yes, the Skisral are good guards, brother. You have no need to say the obvious. As the Hall of the Lord, I suppose I shall be to be found within. Having a few of the guards appointed as my personal guards would be a good thing, I believe. She looks to Zyn. Could you find me a couple that can do my errands and such?
Perhaps, yes. But coming back to Rilinid's point, I think he might be right. Why would an assassin kill the guards and then leave? I mean, he said assassin would have assumed that there would be guards. So he would have either not tried it at all or carried it out completely. Doesn't really make sense. Maybe we cannot trust our proof as much as we might want to.
Says if he wants to hurt our family, he will have to clearly attack. And to attack, he will have to contend with us.